Hi there, my name's Alex Wright and I'm here today to show you 4 of the gloves that we sell at fightstolepro.com. These are all sparring gloves, they're all suitable for boxing, kickboxing or Muay Thai. Each of the gloves that we picked out, I believe are either a 14 or a 16 ounce glove. They'll be available in 12 ounce too, but their primary function is for sparring and sparring drills. None of these I would consider bag gloves. You could use them for that, but I would generally recommend that you went for a smaller glove or potentially an actual functional bag glove rather than a sparring glove for that purpose. I've picked these out for a particular reason. Each one of them are mid to top range. We do have cheaper gloves on offer at the website, but these are what I would be suggesting for a professional level use, or certainly for an enthusiastic amateur, let's say. So we're going to start here at the mid-range of the scale with the Twins glove. This is one of the most popular gloves that we sell at Fight Store Pro. It's a full leather construction. Each one of the gloves I've picked out today is a Velcro sparring glove. Some of these are optional in lace-ups, but I've gone for Velcro because that's generally the most popular glove sold. The Twins is the only Thai-made boxing glove that I've picked out. This one is a very slim line design. You can see that the profile here is very thin. It has the mesh palm, which is getting more and more popular, certainly coming out of Thailand. The principal use of this mesh palm is to let the glove dry out after use. It has no real function during use. This originated, I believe, with Top King, and then some of the other Thai brands started copying it. It simply means that in a hot, humid climate that you can take your gloves out and they'll air faster. It does, however, weaken the construction level of the glove, and this is something that I should point out. It became a little bit of a fad where everybody wanted a mesh palm glove, but it will lower the length of time that this glove will last. Simply put, a leather palm is a stronger construction. Obviously, if you put something mesh made of synthetic material with additional stitching in it, that's going to weaken the overall structure of the glove. However, it can prevent the inside of the glove rotting, which can actually, again, lower the period of time a glove will be useful. So it just depends on the environment that you're in, and whether you take care to actually air your gloves after training. Okay, going on to usage, it's got quite a strong grip bar in there, as you can see. The Twins glove, on occasions these gloves will split here, so make sure when you're purchasing a set of these, when you receive them, that they don't have any splits in the stitching. It's rare, but it does happen. Okay, in usage, on the glove is a very, very tight glove. Yeah. When you're putting a hand wrap on, this is a 14 ounce glove, as you can see on the label. A 14 ounce glove, I'm a reasonably big guy, but I don't have particularly huge hands. With a wrap on, this will be an extremely tight glove, and it's going to take a while for it to widen out on your hand. So if you're a bigger guy, you might want to consider one of the other gloves on offer today. Closed up, we've got reasonable wrist protection. One of my criticisms of some Thai gloves is the main part of the padding is actually here, over the fingers. My knuckle is further back on the glove. This is great for blocking kicks. It obviously gives you a lot of padding on the back of the hand, but where, the business end of it here, at the front where you're hoping to actually punch people with, the padding is strong over the fingers rather than over the knuckle. Now, a lot of boxers would find this awkward because they're wanting to punch up, load up from the floor and hit hard. So generally speaking, I wouldn't recommend this glove to somebody who was a heavy hands user. It's probably somebody who's wanting to line up their kicks with the hands. There's no protection at all on the side of the wrist, which some of the other gloves here that we're on offering today will have. Yeah, this is a personal thing to some degree, but it will offer additional protection when you're punching from people defending with their elbows or hitting bony parts of people's body. So bear that in mind, there's no protection here. It's got a good tight grip on the wrist here, and unlike a lot of Thai boxing gloves, it does have a reasonably deep wrist protection here. So overall, this is a good quality boxing glove. Certainly more suitable for kickboxers than anybody who is more of a hands fighter. This retails at between 80 and 85 pounds. It represents reasonably decent value for money, and it will last a long time. Just watch out for the stitching on here, we have seen them go before. So, we'll move on to the next glove. This is the Ringside Super Sparring. Yeah? I believe they're made in Pakistan, but it could be India. The leather quality is good. It's, again, a thin profile. It's got a lovely long wrist. Let's put this on. Straight away with this glove, you can feel where your knuckles are is in a better position than on the twins here. We've got a lovely long wrist support. Definitely much more suitable for a boxer. Obviously it's made by a boxing company, so that that's what it had in mind when they did the job. Unlike the twins, we don't have any mesh here. Designed for people in a colder climate where they're not likely to rot as quick. And we've got a little link up here in the middle. My palm's in roughly the same position it was on the twins glove, but the padding is much more even across the hand. We've got padding right over the knuckles at the front, and the knuckles in a better position. If we're striking up, round, cross, the knuckles are well protected here, and the padding is more even. The wrist support's very good. We've got it raised up on the back, and here that what I've just pointed out wasn't present on the twins is present on the Ringside. We've got a pad on the inside of the glove here. Overall, it's difficult to fault this glove for the money, £110. More expensive than the twins, but if you're a pugilist, you're a boxer, definitely worth the extra investment. Yeah, I can't find much I don't like about this glove. I would question the requirement for having this additional stitching here, but we haven't had any back, so I can't say that they're going to split. I've certainly never seen that happen, but it certainly makes a nice design aesthetically. Typically the leather is softer than that coming from Thailand. If you're used to Thai boxing gloves, you'll probably see thicker leather or stiffer leather as a bit of a plus point. However, most people in the boxing community would probably see it the other way around, where the thinner, softer leather it would be seen more of a plus. Maybe a personal preference, they're both good quality. So we shall move on. I'm going to pick out the Revgear Sentinel. Now this is the third incarnation of the Revgear Sentinel glove. It's a hugely popular glove in America, and they're beginning to get a little bit of traction here. Now, of the four that we've got out here, this is by far and away the most cost-effective glove. This is actually only retailing at £65. I believe that if we put this up to £80, it would still be well within this bracket. The hand compartment on this is absolutely fab. This is a 16-ounce glove. It's a little bit big for what a lot of people would be used to, but the hand is so comfortable. It's hard really to fold it, certainly for a big guy. I think if you were a smaller guy, if you're 60, 65 kilos, you want to be looking maybe at the 12-ounce, because the size of it will still be giving you the protection that you need. Maybe would have needed from a 14 or 16-ounce glove. The padding in this is got what's called gel injection mold. On earlier incarnations of this glove, certainly the first incarnation of the glove. One of the main issues with the injection moulding was that it used to break up if it was used heavily on bags. It would take still, 6 to 12 months, but it was a weakness in the glove. That's since been fixed. There's no such weakness anymore. I've seen these after literally hundreds of rounds, and they're still going strong. They tend to puff out a little bit once they've been used for a while, but the protection on them is fantastic. Just like on the Ringside, you've got this raised part on the forearm, giving you great protection when people are protecting the bony parts of their body. Just again like the Ringside, we've got the closing on the palm, no mesh, which I generally see as a plus point, but the real plus on this glove is just simply the comfort level of it. The padding is all exactly where it wants to be over the knuckles. The wrist protection is equatable again to the Ringside. I'll just put the two together. We've got these two, one's the 14, one's the 16 actually. To be fair, they're actually about the same size. So we've got, the profile is probably slightly wider on the Revgear glove, but they're both great quality here. At £65, it's really hard to actually fault this glove at all. Perhaps we'll be looking at putting the price up next year. One last thing I'm going to put in, the thumb on this is probably the most comfortable of the three. It has a very strong, thick leather join between the knuckles, the fingers and the thumb, stopping the thumb flying out if it gets caught, stopping injuries. It's all double stitched. The leather quality is excellent. These, I believe, are made in India, which obviously is a different country to Pakistan in development wise. The leather is different to that of the one on the Ringside, it's different to that of one of the twins. It's very soft leather, it's good quality. Again, good wrist protection, £65. The main thing is question your own actual physical size. If you're a smaller guy, maybe look at the 12 ounce. If you're a bigger guy, go for the 16. 14 will obviously sit there in the middle. Last, but by no means least, the legend that is Cleto Reyes. I've got to say, this is one of my favourite gloves that we stock at Fight Still Pro. This is worth £200 or 187. You'll have to check on the site. The first thing that hits you about Cleto Reyes when you open it is the smell. The smell of Cleto Reyes is that of good shoes. Yeah? And why is this glove 187, 190 pounds? Simply put, the build quality of this glove is exceptional. Whether it's going to last significantly longer than one of the other three, I've had a pair of Cleto Reyes for 2 years. They're still like new. It depends on usage. I don't believe that they're going to last significantly longer than the other three. So what you're paying for are finishing touches. I always say it's like, the difference between buying maybe a Porsche 911 Carrera versus the same kind of sports car from Audi or someone similar. It's finishing touches. The Velcro is quality, the straps are quality, the leather itself, you can just smell that it's come from the same kind of leather that would be making Mexican shoes, rather Mexican boxing gloves. Putting this glove on, it starts out as a tight fit as the glove goes on, but as you close it up, you've got quite a nice hand compartment. Now, if truth be told, I think on the Velcro version at least, I think I actually for me personally, prefer the hand compartment on either the Ringside or the Revgear, but it's very comfortable. It curves beautifully, the profile of the glove is great. Our knuckles are in the perfect position for boxing. Great wrist protection, and obviously again has the raised protection on the forearm. Yeah. All in all, difficult to fault a Cleto Reyes glove. It's a legendary glove. The one thing I would say is when you're choosing a Cleto Reyes glove, be aware that you're doing it because it's Cleto Reyes and its quality. You can get equal usage out of certainly the Revgear and the Ringside. If you're a kickboxer, you may still want to consider the twins glove, but overall, The extra money is going towards the build quality, not particularly the usage of the glove. There's no particular winner out this set. This is all down to a little bit of personal preference. If we're going for sheer value for money, you've got to pick the Revgear Sentinel. If you're going for out and out build quality, you're going to buy the Reyes glove. If you want that very tight glove feel, you maybe don't wrap up very often, Twins is going to work for you. And the Ringside is such a great boxing glove. If you can't afford the Reyes, certainly, you know, when you're saving the price of the Revgear or the Twins added to the Ringside gives you the Cleto Reyes. So there's still a huge differential at £110 to £187. Yeah. Each one of them is an excellent boxing glove, so the choice in the end is yours. But my recommendation is to check them all out and be informed when you buy them. Don't forget, fightstolepro.com. You can call us on 01912303030 during the week, and there's 3 staff here who can always help you with your questions on whatever it is, whether it be boxing gloves, shin guards, Tide pads, or any of the technical apparel that we keep here. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.